Hello there, this is Roberto Matthews with another quick tip. So, I was going through all my YouTube videos and I saw a great video sent out by the Business Insider, and it talked about how you can check your uh, Google history to see how Google looks at your life and what it sees and what it sends to advertisers. And I thought it would be awesome to share that with most of my followers. So, basically, here's your Google, and you want to know, by the way, what is Big Brother? What is Google looking at? What does it use? What does it see? How far in the past does it check for things? And you'll be surprised to know how much it does track. Um, or maybe you won't be surprised. I was certainly surprised. So, in order to find that information, you just simply go to history.google.com/history. Then you sign in to make sure that it's you, but since I previously did this, it's already going to give me what I asked for. Basically, it shows you how many searches you've done in the last week. You can do of all time, and you can see all the different searches, your number one searches, what did you do, all these little things. But here's the cool thing. If you go to voice and audio activity, you can actually hear yourself ask it ask Google. Like, I use Google a lot to ask certain things. Like, for example,
You're a mean one, Mr. Good.
that's when I wanted to play that for my kids since they hadn't ever heard it. So and we thought it was a very funny song, by the way. And so you can go as far back as you'd like and see what else you said.
What does DDS stand for?
I mean, it's just phenomenal. You can see everything that Google. It's kind of scary actually to see everything that Google records, everything that Google sees. You can even see your location history. Now, here's the very scary part. If someone were to, hack Google, which I'm sure it's not. I'm not going to try to alarm anybody, but if anybody were to, uh, you know, look into what Google does, or even Google itself use it maliciously, they can actually see everywhere I've been. Um, as far back as I'd like to see. You can see that I went on vacation a couple of times. When I go to Slidell, or that one time I went to Gulfport. Um, you can just see where I center my life. Obviously, around my own home. Um, all kinds of information. You can see my YouTube history. You can see my search history from YouTube. So the most interesting part about all this is that you can actually see what ads are going to be used or given to you and what Google uses in order to sell or otherwise use your information for ads. So if you just click on your account here and click on under personal info and privacy under ad settings, you can actually see all the information that it uses. So you can see what your interests are, and quite frankly, I don't really have all these interests, but and you can add and remove interests so that you no longer want to get information on casual games, or you want to add classical music or something like that. It also predicts what your gender is, and of course, it gets a lot of this information from your Google Plus profile or any other profiles you use. Your age, and here you can see what type of ads you're going to be using. So on this area, you can see you can turn ads that are based on your interests on or off, and it's how focused the ads are going to be. So those rare times when you go to Office Depot or when you go to any other place, and then you click on something that you like, or like for example, in my case, I go to Amazon a lot to buy things. You ever thought it was curious that the ads on the side of the page suddenly has whatever you were searching for on Amazon? This is why. It actually focuses what you're looking at with what you were looking for in the past. Now that you know how to go through it and see how to check your history, um, I would suggest to take a look through it. See how Google views what you're looking at. So I would highly suggest that you go ahead and look through your history and see what Google uses. Now, I love the convenience of Google, but if you wanted to kind of exchange that convenience for more security, please, I would highly suggest that you go ahead and find a search engine that doesn't track your history and doesn't track everything you're doing. But now that we're in this atmosphere of Google and Siri and things like that, um, just know that that convenience comes at a cost, and the cost is your security. So I hope this helps you out. Have a wonderful day.